Okay, so by instruction, I have to do this again. Gotta do it again. And I bind this spirit of whoever it is thinks that he or she needs to interfere with what I'm doing. Okay? If it's not for you, it's not for you. Leave it alone. Okay, let that be said and that is done. Okay, so I'm redoing this title that I did earlier, and someone played with it, messed with it, and it got messed up. Okay, so the title is The Stature of Your Morality. The Stature of Your Morality. And the main question is, who determines your morality? Who determines your morality? So I have a few questions that I need to ask, and I'm sure this one is going to be shorter than the ones before because God was really speaking through me in that one. And someone decided to mess with it. So, the first question, who are you to tell someone who another person is when you have been an obstacle in the person's way? Who are you to tell someone else what another person is or who another person is when you are an obstacle in the person's way? Okay, the next question. How can a person without reputation promote someone else? Next question. Who gave you the right to get into people's business when you're dumb and obviously a stupid person? You know who a dumb person is when somebody is stupid? When they're stupid, it means that they act stupidly. That's just what it is. Let it be plainly said. Good. So some of you put people through so much because of your lying, evil, unreputable, unethical, immoral behavior. When will you get off my back and mind your own business? It is amazing how some people look like, someone who is reputable, yet they are evil and immoral. How does that equal to reputation? So, how can you be a hater who has no reputation, right? You live an undercover life as if you are distinguished, yet you are able to fool other fools. Okay? With your unequivocally, with your unequivocally detestable behavior, you act as if you are someone of good reputation when you send people to watch other people in bathrooms. Men do it, women do it. Both men and women, unequivocally detestable behavior. And you act as if you are someone of good reputation, but yet you send people to watch other people in a bathroom. When are you going to stop it? This is because you readily expose yourself naked to other people, right? Which some people just don't do. Some people just don't do that. Like I said, your body is the temple of the living God. And if your body is the temple of the living God, everybody doesn't have the right to be in your temple and watching your temple. Your body is the temple of the living God. That is the reason why we stay covered, so we don't expose everything. So the exposure is not for everyone. It's a private scene, a private environment, a private emotion, a private time. So everybody doesn't get to see that. So, what right do you have to oppress or harass other people when you are living an immoral life, having children out of wedlock, while you have no reputable behavior by using rich men as your compass? This is what bothered someone. That's what I heard the Lord said. This is the part that hit somebody. Good. So some of you tell lies and you perform your voodoo rituals to block people's finances, yet you expect to make money by prostitution. No, you can search Google and find out the definition for prostitution. Think about yourself when you're having kids for a man who is sleeping with another man. This woman is having children for a man who's sleeping with another man. Like, what what kind of reputation are you portraying and showing to other people? Are you reputable as a leader or head of a company? We're talking about leadership. This is Yvette Johnston, leadership and coaching. Good. So we're talking about leadership. So what you need to do is to analyze your life's strategies that you use to gain your pension or your power. Because what people don't understand is the pension is their power. Whatever you consider your pension, that's your power. Good. That's what you work hard for. So when you fight for a man without knowing what he's doing, how do you justify your lack of integrity? Where are your leadership skills? Who do you expect to lead? What kind of leader are you? It bothered someone that I'm doing this. Well, I have leadership and coaching business. So then you don't have the right to mess with my stuff because it's not yours. You do not look good to a professional leader with ethical fortitude. With that behavior, you do not look good to a professional leader with ethical fortitude. Your value is seen in the children you have. So, what kind of life are you exemplifying for your children and the people you lead? Think on these things and never think that your house, plus your car, plus your children, plus your job equals your value when your intention is prostitution. Reflect on this for a minute. Stop judging people you do not know when you are unable to justify their education, their experiences, their skills, their morals, and their values. Let me put myself in the position. There are so many times and for so many years, people have been judging me. Because I shut my mouth and I don't say anything, they think that what they're saying is right, and other people are listening to them. Who give you the right to judge someone when you can't even judge yourself? You're not even a righteous judge. So then when he said, judge them, son of man, are you the son of man that he's asking to judge? He said he's judging the nations. He's doing it. So he's judging the people. Are you the one he asked to judge? So why do you want to watch someone? You want to set up someone, right, in order to judge the person. You look like a fool when you are trying to set up someone in order to judge the person. You're trying to set up someone in order to bring something of a discrediting nature on the person's character. Where is your integrity? Where is your moral? And how do we see your value? Remember, your value is not in your money, because if it goes today or it goes tomorrow, that's it. It means you're done. So your value is not in your money. It's not in the amount of money that you can accomplish or you can earn, because some people don't even earn the money legally anyway. Some people don't even earn money legally. The way how they do it, people are watching me naked, writing movies on me, writing stuff on me. Is that ethical? Is that legal? You're putting listening device and camera in a house to watch me in a hotel just the other day in Calgary. So you want to find me? Go over to Calgary. Go. You want to put device in a hotel to sit down and watch me naked What if I had walked out? It hurts because I said, what if I had walked out, just run out of the washroom to go get something in the bedroom? What if I had run out naked just to get my stuff? Everybody would have been watching me naked because someone put a listening device and camera in there. It so happened that I got to see the person. My It's not intuition, it's discernment at this point. Told me that the person that I saw who was doing it, or the person I saw sitting there, was the person who was going to do something. I told you, if you don't believe me, read the scriptures. Jesus knew who his betrayer was before the betrayer betrayed. When Jennifer King was on the way to come to betray, I heard the Lord said to me while I was standing in the kitchen, the betrayer is on the way. What did she come and do? She came and she stuffed up the toilet with clothes and caused it to overflow. He did say the betrayer was on the way. I should have said, you know what? Don't bother to come. Just stay where you are. It's okay. Don't bother to come. But in order for me to see who the betrayer was at the time, I would have to let the person come because there's no way I would have had evidence and concrete evidence that this is the person who did whatever it was, stuffing up the toilet, causing the thing to overflow. But he did say the betrayer is on the way. So what am I going to do? I'm going to look, I'm going to observe. I'm going to make sure that my eyes are open so I can see exactly what the betrayer is coming to do. What do the betrayers do? The betrayers betray. That's what they do. That's why they're called betrayers. So they betray. So someone put the device in the place, in like right in the hotel. And I heard when the Lord said, change, pack up your bags to leave, you who are on the siege. I saw the light flashing in the washroom. And then he said, go on to YouTube and go look. You will see the evidence. And someone spoke about it. And the person said, Michael, the archangel, was at the corner of your room and whatever it is. And when you see the flashing light and whatever, well, you just told on yourself. Because when the light is on, whether you're a leader or not, the light is going to shine on you. It's going to identify you and identify your activities and your cause. It's going to identify exactly why you do what you do. So I know that what I said before bothered someone, and I heard the Lord said it bothered them. Good. So they sit there and watch your YouTube stuff because they have nothing else to do. And then they decide that they're going to remove your stuff. Well, you can go ahead and move it as long as you get the message. Good. Because when he said chop them down, you are not the one that he gave the instructions to chop it down. You're not the one. You're not the one on the assignment. When he said root them up, as in Jeremiah 1, you're not the one that he assigned to do it. So that's not your job. So you're acting out of your capacity. But yes, it's obvious that it hit you, and I'm glad that it hit you real hard. Because you see, deceivers, we know deceivers when they're on their way. We know during the preparation process, we know who is preparing the deceiver to come and deceive. The deceiver doesn't know that he's the deceiver, so he's coming with one intention, but the motive in general is wrong. So don't you think that God is going to show somebody who has eyes to see and ears to hear? Yes, he will. Always. Always. So when you look at someone and think the person doesn't have any education, I finished an MBA. I completed an MBA. But you have people telling lies on me, making it look like I'm a dumb person. And they're the dumb ones. because they're under the influence of alcohol, they're under the influence of fentanyl, they're under the influence of drugs. How dare you try to judge people when you are under the influence of something, evil spirit? And then the narcissistic behavior that you portray, and you want to be respected as a leader. How dare you? How dare you want to be respected as a leader when you're not one? What are your kids going to say about you as a leader when you don't act like one? What is the resemblance between you and other leaders, or you and even the children that you're rearing? Can they call you a leader? Do they develop leadership skills based on how you have taught them? Because I sure tell you, there are prostitutes out there who are in leadership positions, but they're not leaders. I can tell you that. I worked in courts, so I know that. There are people who are professional CEOs who are in a prostitute position, but they're still a CEO. That does not make them a leader. They're placed in the position, but that just does not make them one. Good. So please note that what you are doing is displaying the stature of your moral. Okay? The stature of your morality. If you think about this, like I've always said, I like to give people deep root cause analysis. Think about this, reflect on your behavior, and stop putting devices, because I heard the Lord said, no, you come and tell them what I said and warn them. And tell them I said, stop putting devices in the washrooms, stop putting devices in people's homes from one house to the next, but stop putting devices in my houses. Stop putting device where I am, wherever I am in my vehicle. Stop putting device in there because you show that you're not a leader. So when I look at your value, you cause me to value you at a minus. Doesn't matter what you have. Doesn't matter how big your house is. Doesn't matter how expensive your car is. Doesn't matter how much money you make. Doesn't matter what your job title is. It doesn't matter how much money you have. I don't judge anybody based on those things. I judge people based on their behavior. And because of the behavior, I can tell your leadership skills are flawed. Okay? Leadership skills are flawed. So I had to deliver this, had to come back with it. Doesn't sound like it was the first time, but I realized God needed to change it because whoever got it the first time got it the first time. But this one needs to be said. Stop judging people that you don't know and you're unable to justify my education, my experiences, my skills, my moral, my personality, my value. And if you stop judging people, then guess what? Nobody will have the opportunity to judge you. Okay? So this is the Yvette A. Johnston Leadership and Coaching Department. Okay? This is what we do on this side. So I hope you take this, whoever needs to get it, and understand that your leadership skills matter, your leadership behavior matter, your characteristics as a leader matters. The characteristics matter. So however you portray them to people, that's what they receive from you. All right. So I'll see you soon, and I hope you take this, and I hope it resonates with you, that you can know exactly the level of leadership that you should be portraying to other people. Okay? Are you going to be a distinguished leader or are you going to be an extinguished leader? I'll see you soon. Goodbye.